It's good YouTube. Cardfight can't hear AQUA Life Baby. You already know. So, hey guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about the Grade 2 game and my thoughts on the Grade 2 game. Now, what I understand the Grade 2 game is, you're sitting there grades like a 2 to prevent your opponent from striding first, so to speak. And then, you and your opponent will stay at Grade 2, and, you'll see who wants to bite the bullet and go into their Grade 3 and get their first twin drive so that your opponent can go into Grade 3 and stride first. I'm not one to play that type of game. I respect it as a strategy. If that's one of your strategies that you use to help you win games, then by all means do that. But personally, I don't play that game. I still value my twin drive. I still value my twin drive pretty highly. Because with the grade 2 game, you are losing out on an extra drive check, and you're only drawing one card, and you're not building too much advantage. Plus, you're on a 9 or a 10k Vanguard or 8k sometimes. And I do understand there are decks like Sanctuary Guard, for instance. I think that's the one that probably strikes the most fear into people, where they have the Sword Me engine, and they have like two 16k columns, and they're just beating you down with 14, 16, 16, whatnot. And then if you go into grade 3 verse, they're going to go into Sanctuary Guard, go into Regale, swing at you for like 28, 28, 40 something, and before you even drive check, the numbers are just there. I understand that, that's a possibility, but I mean, I played against Sanctuary Guard twice at the Dynasty Cup, and I can honestly tell you guys, I'm not one who's going to sit there and play the grade 2 game and fall into their game plan. That is a really nice. It is a pretty decent game plan for Sanctuary Guard players to do that. But for decks like Sanctuary Guard and whatnot, I'm just not about playing the grade 2 game, guys. Like I said, I still value my twin drive, and you can also counter them a lot easier if you go into your grade 3 first. Like, you can probably sometimes what I would like to do is like to bait them into a grade 2 game. You only have your single column with your Vanguard, your grade 2. You're going to stay grade stack for a while. You're going to attack your opponent's Vanguard or rear guard, whichever the case may be. And then, they'll probably stick at grade 2, maybe call out another card and play the grade 2 game with you, because they're like, hey, you don't have another card to call out, meaning that you probably don't have the hand to do anything unless you stride. Well, here's what I would do. You can bait them into playing a grade 2 game, keeping themselves at grade 2 and calling out more rear guards. Well, then you can go into grade 3, call what you need to call out, and hit their front row so that they'll have less cards in their front row due to the fact that they're only getting one check for a trigger, or one check for a trigger the previous turn. And you'll be a little bit up on card advantage, depending on how you attack them. Not giving them counterblasts for whatever skill their stride unit needs, or just attacking them and reducing their field advantage. So it comes to things like that. And then you have things like, again, like since we play Aquaforce, we have units like Tidal Assault. You can ride into your grade 3, have Tidal Assault with a booster, have a column of that, swing with your grade 3 at an opponent's rear guard. If your opponent guards it, okay, cool, that's a card out of their hand. If they no guard it, then we're getting rid of a card in their field. And then if we do get any triggers, all effects will be applied to Tidal Assault. But we'll still swing at Tidal Assault for 9. We'll swing Tidal Assault 9k at their Vanguard, again, barring them not having a 10k Vanguard, because that can become problematic. We'll just swing Tidal Assault unboosted at their Vanguard, restand, and then we'll throw another tag out at their rear guard if they don't hit a trigger and apply effects elsewhere. So there are ways to get around the grade 2 game, guys. Obviously, in this stride meta, there units like Max and Benedict and whatnot and stuff you just don't want to ride, and I understand that. Because Thavas is the card that you do want to be on. Thavas, you're playing Gear Chronicle. You want to be on Chronojet, even though that other card gets you a Chronojet in the heart, which I think some of these stride decks need. But again, there's just some backup Vanguards that you just do not want to ride. You do not want to be on, because they might hurt your strategy, as on the Vanguard circle. But sometimes you just gotta suck it up, grit your teeth, go on to them, and continue to execute your game plan. For me personally, that's probably where I messed up. I didn't take my own advice, and I played the grade 2 game, but and it didn't pay off for me, even though I was just searching for a stride enabler or just another 3 to stride with. I felt as if in that situation I put too much emphasis on striding rather than getting my twin drive off, especially considering I drew 5 triggers, for 5 straight turns, on my draw phase. So again, guys, with this grade 2 game, guys, it's about how it's about whether or not you want to execute it in your game plan for your deck, for whatever deck you're playing. Maybe you're playing Silverthorns, and with Marchikas and Anas, you have a pretty good grade 2 game. But it's what you want to play. If you want to add that to your playbook, go ahead. But for me, guys, the grade 2 game is not in my playbook. I do respect it as a strategy for decks like Sanctuary Guard, Silverthorns, and things like that. I do respect it as a strategy that you can play. But personally, for me, it's not a strategy that I would like to play. It's if I can get to grade 3, I'll get to grade 3, and I'll get my Twin Rev off and execute my game plan from there on. All right, but it's Cardfight King. What are you guys' thoughts on the grade 2 game? How do you guys feel about it? Put them in the comment sections below and get to talking. All right, Cardfight King, and I'm out. Peace. Aqua Life, baby.